So in a healthy relationship, what it looks like is ways that we choose to be strong on the inside and we know who we are. We want someone to love us for who we are. We give them clear boundaries and we allow them to be able to choose what it is that they want without trying to control their choices. The last thing that we'll talk about, in opposition to the silent assumptions, is having clear spoken desires and needs, that you are able to ask someone clearly, will you do this? Or is it okay if you do this? And truly just acknowledging that you get to choose your own behavior. And when it comes to that interaction with the other person, there's a request that's being made that's very clear and specific and defined. So instead of yelling, on the opposite side of that, it looks like really having a lot of self-control and working on yourself to control yourself, even if you're working through some unhealthy habits. It takes a lot of courage to acknowledge that you're not perfect, but when you're in that place of improving yourself, you can give yourself that compassion, acknowledge that you're not perfect, and work to improve yourself, which is the opposite of trying to control others. I love my motto that I've learned over and over for the past 20 years is to change myself or improve myself and lift other people. When it becomes the opposite, I'm trying to lift myself and change other people. That's what creates toxicity in a relationship, as opposed to changing yourself and lifting others creates healthy relationships. On the left side of the Z model, it feels so out of control. It feels like you're constantly living in a state of fear because you're in that sympathetic nervous system place where you're in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And it is not fun. It works on your adrenal system. There's all sorts of physical effects that it has, all sorts of emotional effects that it's having in your body. And those emotions truly do get trapped in your body. But imagine how it feels when you shift over and you're able to get through that wall from that sympathetic side into the parasympathetic side, where you're creating abundance and healthy relationships. And the freedom that you feel to be able to be yourself, the power that you feel to be able to be yourself. Just imagine the joy that can be possible in your life when you learn to have healthy relationships, when you learn to let go of that toxicity in the relationship, when you learn to let go of the control, and what it looks like for you and how you feel about yourself inside of a relationship where you know that you're loved for who you are. And that you have that clear understanding of how to communicate with the other person to get your needs met within that relationship in a healthy way. And just imagine what's possible for you in your relationships when you learn to communicate in healthy ways